What's up, you guys? How you guys doing? Beautiful freaking day, man. We got a few more in us for this summer. Today I got some pretty cool things. So I got some boxes. We're gonna open them. I'm gonna see what's inside. The first product we're gonna look at is mud flaps, man. I like the way that they look, and obviously they serve a purpose from getting any dirt or anything else, dirt, sand, rocks, from hitting your vehicle towards the wheelbase. When I got my vehicle, Tesla actually offers you mud flaps and PPF with your vehicle, specifically for the Model Y, which they're okay. I just don't like the look of it personally, and I've seen some better options. One of them is the Basenor, what I got today, so I want to show you guys that, and we're gonna put them on. Cool. So what I wanted to show you guys is the mud flaps that came with my vehicle. It's both of these. Now they only give you the two for the front. They don't give you any rear, and it makes sense because the front is where the rock chips can come forward and hit the side of your vehicle. So this is the part that gets exposed, and you can kind of see the PPF right there. And so the reason is it's just because the way it lines up, it kind of stands out right here. So it's in and then it comes out right here. So it's just vulnerable from rock chips coming from your front tire, and then bam, bam, bam. So they do give you the PPF. They give you these for the Model Y specifically, okay? So if you have a Model 3, they won't come with those, okay? And as you can see, they have been working. They're dirty. So they're okay. They're small. They get the job done. But the way they look is they're kind of just sticking out, pointy from the side, and they kind of look very thin and flimsy. But like I said, if you don't care about aesthetics that much, just get these. They're for free. You don't have to pay anything extra, and they do the job. But today we're going to be talking about Basenor. So I'm going to open these up and I'm going to show you what comes inside. So I already opened up this box because I ended up putting up the front two when I removed these. And I'll show you what that looks like. But I'll walk through the installation and process of the rear, which is actually the same. They require the same tools to put on the rear as in the front. So as you see me put on these, you'll know how to put on the front. And actually the rear is the more important one because there is an extra step that you don't have to do for the front. And then here's the tools that you need. They come all in a one bag. Everything you need is in this bag. So once again, this is how they look compared to those. You can see there's a curvature on these to just give it that nice effect. And the front ones are the same with the same curvature. And then you get these walls, these nice walls, versus this one, just flimsy, thin. And even though this is just another thin one, at least it gives you like a wall to give you that nice aesthetic. And it gives it just a more aggressive look. So this is the rear, so this is how it's going to be in the front, but from the back, you'll see this, okay? So let me show you the front ones, and then we can get to installing the rears. So this is how they look from the back. Very nice. It sticks out just a little bit from the actual wheel well, of course. But honestly, when you look at it, like it looks like it was came out from the factory like this. Like even though it's a third-party accessory, it doesn't look like it doesn't belong here, or it's too, you know, out of the ordinary. And you'll see a bunch of accessories from manufacturers where they're just super aggressive and super I don't know what the word is, but showy offy is a word you can use. But and those I don't really like. I like something that is simple, minimalistic, that looks nice, and obviously has a function to it, which this kind of fits all those categories for me, which is the main reason I got it. So this is how it looks from the inside. As you can see, I put it on, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, and it's already getting dirty, which is a good thing. Remember, when this looks dirty, that means that this is protecting this. And it looks pretty clean. There's a little spots, obviously, but for the most part, it's pretty clean. So the installation is pretty simple. From the top, from the bottom, at the top there's nothing besides one little clip that's easy to just hook on. That's what you do. You don't clip it on, you just kind of like hook it onto the edge. This is a little clip. Now this is a pain. One of the reasons I wanted to make this video, because I had some trouble with this one, and I'll show you what I did. And there's two little washers, if you would call them, and two little plastic screws, and that is important that they're plastic. I actually stripped one of them, but it's all the way in, so it's all good on the other side. But pretty simple. A little wiggle room, little play, but for the most part it doesn't feel like it's coming off. This part secured by a little hanging clip, and then those are the screws. This little clip is the only one that gives me worry, but I'll show you what I did. Same ordeal over here. This one feels like it has a little less play, but it doesn't move up here, which is nice. The clips is the problem. Look, even the clip is with a little play right now. You're gonna have to readjust those. All right, but that's how they look. All right, so we're gonna do the rear. One thing that I do wanna go over with, and they give you the manual, so it's hard to miss. It's like a pretty thin sheet, so it's pretty simple. But at the bottom on the inside of each flap, mud flap, it actually tells you which side it's for. So it can get a little confusing because, you know, sometimes you don't know which side and stuff. But at the bottom, it tells you two letters. And the one that I have in my hand is RR. It means rear right. This one says RL, means rear left. So for the front two, it'll be FL and FR, meaning front left and front right. So this one is for the other side. The video accidentally stopped recording. But what I was explaining is what you can do is there's things you're gonna have to remove and you can use the flathead for. To find them, you can just kind of line it up to where it needs to go. And you can see there was two little plastic things you can use. Don't worry about damaging it. You can just pry it out. This is just like a little felt thing, so don't worry about it. There's one more on the inside and you don't need to remove that. But it's these plastic little clips. It was a little difficult. You just gotta find the right angle to pop the top off, and then you can pop off the whole thing. I'll show you the other one. So there's one more clip we gotta get. Once again, line it up to where it needs to be. And as you can see, there's one right here that we need to remove. Oh yeah. This one is actually a bolt, but they do give you the tool to remove it. Coming off. There we go. Put this one back on since it's one of the harder ones. Since I'm already here. You do have to line it up. You do have to line it. Before finishing tightening that all the way, I want to make sure the rest of it is lining up. So as I talked about, there's a way to line it up top. There's that one right there, which is in, and right here, this piece, this little insert is not lining up. So let's get that. There is a little, right there, you can see that I'm about to twist off that little black piece. Need to twist it off so I can retwist it after it's inserted. So you want to make sure this little part is inside the little lip of it, as well as afterwards you can do that. I'm going to retwist that piece that I took off. Now we can start to, I'm sweating over here. Pair each, and then this little clip. So as you can see, the washer is going pretty easy. The next thing to do is put on this clip. But as you can see, it's kind of a wide clip. So if I just put it in, oh, that worked out actually kind of good. So there's no real play in that one. That one caught way better than the other one. All right, so that is good. Let's go do the other one. This one I had trouble with. As you can see, this one went through fine. But after I put the washer and I tried to put the screw in, it wasn't going in all the way. So that one didn't go in, but I'm moving it right now and it's pretty sturdy, which is really good. That's what you want to see. And honestly, I feel safe. So this one is in, the clip is in, this is attached. That is the part that I screwed in, so that's holding the top. And we have that reinforcement at the bottom. So this one is really making a big difference compared to the front. So it has an extra base at the bottom. Same thing with this one. That one on the inside, similar to the left side, was giving me trouble as well. But I managed to use the end of my screwdriver to kind of push it in. It was giving me trouble at first. This one is fine. And once again, the clips are better on the rear than in the front. Obviously, we got the other two reinforcements. With the front, I kind of showed you already. But the only thing to hold these up is the two at the bottom and then the clip. And as you can see, there's way more play in here than I would like. So there is more play. And as you can see, I just kind of just pushed off the screw and it came off, not the screw, the clip. So what I did is I just, bend it really tight to kind of make it the shape. Just make it more narrow as possible. But it's a little metal. So that was a little bit better. I do wish the front ones are reinforced a little bit more. But I haven't seen anybody have a problem with them. And speaking of that, actually, the ones that came with the Tesla are only reinforced through those two holes as well. And these are those lip catchers, just how the Basenors have it. So these were a little floppy as well. And they actually do give you some extra ones just in case anything goes wrong. Overall, Basenor like I said, I did a lot of research, and these were the best looking ones, the highest reviews ones. So I ended up going with these, and I actually, I'm very happy with this purchase. It was relatively cheap, in my opinion. I think I paid like close to like $30 on these. I'll try to leave a link in the description, but it was close to like $30 for this, which in my opinion for all 4 flaps is not bad. And like I said, better looking than these Tesla ones. I don't know what I'll do with these. I'll probably keep them for whatever reason. Like I said, I got them for free, but probably just keep them somewhere in the car. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys buy any? Did you guys find any ones else that were better quality or better looking in your opinion? But like I said, I did do my own research, and these were the best ones. Stay tuned for the other video. It's around a phone mount, and I like this one compared to the other ones that I saw. So thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.